We back again.
Back in the building.
Back
They are
in the
back.
building, chilling.
They are back. Come on
We in
in.
there.
I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
Right. Come on in.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Sit down. Get your drink. Sit
Get
down.
your drink, whatever you love.
Yep. All
Something to
right.
sip on.
Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son.
podcast.
For that ass.
For that
For that
ass.
ass. No Diddy.
No Diddy for that ass.
No Diddy. Especially.
Today, go ahead.
just so they know.
Yeah,
It's no Diddy.
don't be confused. Don't let it be mistaken.
Misconstrued.
No Diddy. No Diddy parties here.
No Diddy parties there.
Today is July the 5th, 2024. We thank you for listening to the hottest show. Hotter than fish grease on a fish fry on a Friday.
What the hook gonna be?
What the hook gonna be?
Hotter than a St. Louis day.
Man, hotter than the arch at the top.
At the top. On the
Top
4th
of the
of
arch.
July.
It's hot. You know it's hot. Ouch. All right, son. Leading off, and
Okay.
my question is: we started this segment a few weeks ago. Is this really a thing? And this time of the year, actually, when you get closer to Memorial Day, getting into the summer, and all the shows, there's this debate: the cookout versus the barbecue.
Damn.
Is that really a thing? Because to me, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Anytime you got some meat on the grill, it can be the cookout, it can be the barbecue, it can be we grilled. Is this
Because the
really a
cookout,
thing? Because it seemed like it's a made up thing, like
because
somebody just trying to make up something.
I can almost see what they saying as far as because the barbecue, the cookout is like almost like like a family reunion, friends and family reunion. I'm thinking cookout like
In the
everyone's
park or something.
in the right. Is at a
Okay.
venue, is at a spot because you're gonna have some people there, or it could be a backyard, but you got a lot of people there and you got a lot of food, you got some music, you got some drink, you got a little something. It's the cookout, like we kicking it. And then I feel like the barbecue could just be like, oh, it could just be just like for like maybe 4 people. I think it's like the size of it. Pause. Like maybe 4,
Size
maybe
matters.
it does. Maybe like 6 people. You know
So
what I'm saying?
that's a
Like maybe
barbecue,
8. That's like a barbecue, and we ain't doing nothing crazy. We just throwing. But
hot dogs and
at the
some on the
cookout
grill.
though, that's where you got the ribs and all. You got the aunties there. You got
So
cousins
where does
there.
brisket come in? Where did the ribs come in?
That's at the cookout.
Damn. Where the wings come in?
Well, it's barbecue. I think the
Kebabs are barbecue, aren't they?
kebabs. I think it's a barbecue.
That's more
Because that's my
more
go-to.
intimate.
Like
To me, I was gonna say that's
right,
more intimate setting.
exactly.
Okay, so
But
maybe it really
you
is a
got
thing.
or dang, it could be both though. Because you could do a bunch of the dogs and burgers at the cookout too.
Because for the little kids, you gotta have some
For the
hot dogs for
kids,
the little
for the
kids.
kids, for
They
sure.
can't have a steak.
I think the cookout is like everything, but the barbecue would be more intimate. So you could do with for the barbecue. See, it can work both. I think it's the
So
size
that's
of
why
the.
I said that's
I think
not
it's
really a thing.
the amount of people there though.
Okay.
I don't think it's what
Now
you're
that I
serving.
can grow. Okay, now that
I
I'm
think it's not
in
what you're serving.
agreement.
It's the amount of people there
Gotcha.
and what you're
'Cause-
doing.
And then I even went so far, D, as to look in Webster's dictionary. So in Webster, cookout
Oh,
defined
me.
as a
I
meal
like that.
prepared and eaten outdoors.
Yep. That's
Barbecue
also what
is
I'm
where
thinking.
meat is cooked over a fire or on a portable grill.
Yeah,
Some kind with that.
because
So the cookout's got to be on that big brick oven grill. Like
it's
at the
got to be
park.
outside.
At the park,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Everything's outside.
First thing I thought of
It's
as a
hot.
cookout. Yeah, you outside with it.
Flies all
Yep.
over your food.
It's like the reunion.
Ups.
Yep.
Your drink is you just poured it and it's hot already. That's the cookout.
That's the cookout.
The grill, no, because you still have your cooler at the cookout. Multiple
You
coolers.
got your cooler at both spots, regardless.
Okay, where's the smoker? Smoker's at the barbecue. I guess you take a big smoker out to
That's
the
what I'm saying.
cookout.
It can't be what you. It's I don't think
It's the
because
number of people.
it's the number of people
It's the
because you
number of
could do
people.
anything at both. Because I can see it could be we just doing ribs at the barbecue because it's just us. It's more
Mhm.
intimate.
But
Everybody
we're
not gonna
still
get the
all
ribs, but
outside.
we still all outside. But you could also do it's the cookout. I got the smoker. I got the ribs. I got especially if you got someone there really who know what they doing. So I don't think it's what you're eating. I think it's the size of the people, how many people,
The amount of
and
people that are coming.
yeah, the amount of
Like
people
you said, a
coming.
family reunion definitely
Like a
seems like that's cookout.
cookouts. We gonna be there like all day type of deal. But this is what we doing today. Barbecue is just like
Cornhole, horseshoes,
all that
spades at another
games.
table, dominoes at a table, checkers at a table.
Right,
Yeah,
y'all kicking it.
somebody's uncle's gonna get knocked the f out.
Somebody didn't drink
He
the
done drank
crown.
too.
He
He was drinking when he pulled up. He was already drunk.
He already came there.
He was drunk from the night before.
Yeah, he been drinking. Yeah, he showed up drunk already.
Showed up drunk, and that's when they find out. They start telling somebody's business.
Somebody
Like,
he ain't supposed to say.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the family secret that everybody knew, but he wasn't supposed to.
But he was supposed to say.
And he got knocked the F out.
Man,
take Uncle away. All right, son. We can move
I like
on into
that.
some sports now.
That was good. A little 4th of July.
That's 4th of July. After 4th of July
I like that.
flavor, we had to. I really needed a definition.
We needed to know because
Yeah,
that
we
is a
need
good.
to
That's
know.
yeah.
Because everybody has that topic.
There's a difference between grilling and barbecuing too. Because barbecuing, I think, is more you barbecuing. Grilling is just I just throwing something on the grill.
Barbecue to me means it has to have sauce on it while you cook it.
Okay.
You know how you grill, you can put a piece of fish on the grill. You can put
right. That's grilling. Is just
that's
I just want the grill
real
marks.
quick, fast, right. And in a hurry.
Barbecue is I got flavors.
Yeah, I got flavors. I put rub on it.
Yeah,
it's been sitting up
marinating.
Overnight. It marinated overnight.
Grill is I just throw something on the grill. Like
yeah, let's
it just could have been
grill
the moment.
Quick, some asparagus, some mixed veggies in a bag. Yeah,
barbecue
you just want a quick meal. To me, grilling is like a quick meal.
Right.
25 minutes or less. Throw it on there. Boom, it's done. Let's sit down, eat, watch TV, call it a night.
Right.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna move into a little sport. They probably didn't think they were gonna get this.
We gotta switch it up, baby.
We had to switch it up. I like that. We are very versatile.
Man, we gotta switch up the tempo.
The NBA free agency kicked off on July the 3rd, this past Monday, the first big domino to fall. I didn't expect this one. Paul George to the 76ers, from the Los Angeles Clippers to the 76ers. I know you put out your TikTok on that. Give us your feelings for the folks that didn't see that.
What do you think about it? Do you think it's...
I thought it was a good move.
I was
mixed. I had mixed feelings about it just because the rumor I had heard he was going to Golden State.
Right.
They were prepared to put a package together, and I'm like, okay, PG3 and Steph.
That could be
healthy Draymond, and at that time I thought they were going to keep Clay. I thought they might keep Clay. But with the Kuminga, we talked about him last week. I was thinking if he's healthy, that's a good piece. And with Philadelphia, that's a good piece as well. I just don't know if him and Embiid can stay healthy an entire season, similar to how LeBron and AD did this past season.
Man. And LeBron's 40.
LeBron's 40.
He's staying,
and we're going to get into him in just a little bit. But you're putting all your eggs in the 40-year-old man's basket. But this man is different from anybody else who's ever played. I will put that on wax. I'll never take that away from him.
But to go back to
the most well-conditioned athlete that we've probably seen. But Paul George to the
Paul
Sixers.
George.
Max is he's gonna get left holding the bag again. Tyrese Maxey.
I'm trying to think, could they contend in the East? They could contend, but if they stay healthy, they gotta stay healthy. And B gotta be healthy the whole season.
I don't care who you got.
And George, but I don't think it's gonna be not right now. The
They
only
might
team
be
I
ready
see,
to. They might be able to run a dynasty on folks for a little
you
minute.
think you calling the dynasty? You
No, I
think?
said they might be able
Or
to.
might be able to?
You got to get back to back for me to even think about
I
talking
think they're gonna
about a
be head.
dynasty.
I think they're gonna be headhunted next year. They're gonna be headhunted. Only team right now I can see that could maybe, because of the recent pieces, New York it might be a contention, but it's still gonna be tough.
The Villanova Knicks.
The Villanova Knicks with a healthy Randall, if they can all mesh and work out. Now I don't know about Thibodeau.
There you
Defensively they're
go.
gonna be there, but can
That's
Thibodeau?
the only thing that the Tibbs is always criticized for. He doesn't integrate or didn't implement enough offense into his
Yes,
scheme.
yes.
And I get
Offensively,
I get you're gonna keep teams at around 70, 80 points.
yep,
But if you don't have any firepower, you're still
right.
gonna get beat 80
At
to
any given day.
79.
Exactly. I mean, you held them to 75, but you got
Right.
you held them to 75, but you got beat 75 to 72.
He gets his teams to play defense.
You guys are playing defense,
He
but
just
where is the
won't get
offense, Mike?
implement any offense into the
Where the
game.
offense at? But okay, that's a solid Paul George to the Sixers. I think that's solid. But yes, that's what are they going to contend with a Boston? Can they contend?
Will that put them over the top, Paul?
Well, that put man. There's a lot of teams that choke like Milwaukee. They choked because we're not really
I'm not
choked.
even
But
impressed
Giannis
with
was
them anymore.
right.
You just got
And then
Giannis and Dame.
Miami got Jimmy Butler got hurt. Him and Bam usually
They don't have anybody. They signed
they ain't
Bam
got no
with
depth.
his
They don't got no
again,
depth.
and that there you go. And that's where
Boston
Boston has
does.
everyone else beaten.
He does have.
And their
They do
key
have depth.
player, Egghead, he signed an extension. Derek White, Senor Tatum signs the richest deal
Senor
in
Tatum.
NBA history. Senor Tatum, I'm so sorry for what we said about you.
Man.
No, I want some of that cheese, D.
Right.
I want some of that cheese injected into the Me and D Pops and Son podcast. So I'm gonna have to play Homer
shout out
for
to
a little
Tatum,
bit.
man. Shout out to Tatum, man.
Shout out to Senor Tatum and the way he
Rightfully
structured.
so, but at least you did what you were supposed to do.
You did what you're supposed to do, and
That's all I'm saying.
Not only did you get a bag, you got a bag and a half. And I
That's
like the deal that he made with his mom that none of his NBA money will ever be touched. He's got enough endorsements, and he keeps signing more and more. And that's one of the smartest.
He's gonna be able to live
I've made
outside of basketball and be able to still live well.
Lil Deuce and the baby that's on the way, and their baby's on the way, and their baby's on the way. Man, they're
gonna be like Nick Cannon.
No, I'm just saying they'll be able to. No, I was saying the babies, and the
generations. You're talking about generations.
Babies, mamas.
Babies, mamas.
They'll be able to live off that money forever. Klay Thompson to the Mavs, D.
Klay.
That one shocked me.
Klay.
Apparently,
they said he's been unhappy since around Christmas time or something. He was asked about how you feeling or something. He's, I feel better if they paid me my money or something like that.
They need to pay me.
Those lines.
Tell them to pay me.
Tell them to pay me my money. Tell them to pay me my money or bring me my money. What's the coach saying? Oh, you know that clip of that coach? Tell them to bring me my money.
Bring me my money.
But yeah,
I didn't think he was going to the Mavs. Though.
I think he's going to the Mavs.
I thought it was going to be
the Lakers.
The Lakers.
That's what I thought too.
Following
I thought that'd
his dad's footsteps, Michael Thompson. He grew up in L.A.
That'd be a good fit.
That'd be a good fit and be a piece that they would need. But to the Mavs, it's kind of low key different. They said that he viewed L.A. as even more, I guess, more media driven. More people asking questions,
right?
That
he just want to be low.
The Bay, he wants to be left under the radar.
Yeah, he want to be low key. I think so. It's a good move for him.
It's not enough to put them over the top though, because he's a declining Klay.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He doesn't. Enough to put he's him not over that two-way threat, especially on defense that he used to be. I like Klay coming off the bench. When he accepted that role with the Warriors, he was a better player.
Yeah, but I think he could be low key in Dallas. He's with a Kyrie. He's with a Luka who play basketball.
Luka's still too ball dominant though. He don't want to give up the ball. Only when he went cold and Kyrie was able to thrive. Now you got the three of them looking to shoot, and Luka's going to get the bulk of those shots. Kyrie's going to be the second person.
Yeah, but they will have they do pass the ball though. I'm
They
not gonna
do
lie to
pass
you.
the ball.
I'm about to say
Luka's a
Luca,
nice
as far
passer.
as much offensively first present that he is, he passes the ball. He drops dimes.
He does. He
You know,
does.
so I think they'll figure out a way to work. They're smart basketball players. Now, system wise, I would agree. It's gonna be tough for him to be impactful enough, as he was the offense in Golden State.
Him and Clay, or
Him and
him and
Clay were
Steph. I mean,
running. Yeah, they were the offense. So now he's gonna have to be really. I guess he's been the third option before when KD was there and Steph, and
yeah,
then
and he was the
Clay.
third option even this year with
The thing, I guess, the
well,
thing you to point that you were
when
saying, but
Wiggins was healthy,
yeah, but
he
he
was
could
the
afford to
second
do that
or
because he
third
was
option.
still Clay and still shooting well.
Right.
This is a declining Clay, and you're getting limited possessions, and you're also declining in your performance. So
Yeah, he was better coming off the bench,
it
Clay.
right.
Second half of the season, that's when they started putting some wins together.
And Clay still got game. We just calling it as we see it, though.
One
It
of the
just
best catch and shoot players that the game has ever seen.
just those injuries
pure
got him.
man.
Those injuries
He
got those
lost
back to back
2+
injuries.
years, man. If he hadn't lost that, it was just there's no tell. He wouldn't have been traded. I'll just say that,
Right,
or
that's
he
what I'm
wouldn't have been
saying.
able
Because
to
he still would have had his
go to
legs
free
up
agency.
under him and be
Yeah.
comfortable.
And he'd have been that player that we always knew he was.
Right.
The shocker for me, D, was Chris Paul to the San Antonio Spurs. So he's going to mentor Victor Wembanyama and that young squad. I think that's a great move.
It's
for
funny because
Popovich and his crew.
I knew he was going to get away from Golden State because that was just
Well,
he didn't
30
really need to be
million,
there.
it didn't even make sense to pay him.
It wasn't even supposed to be there, but it made sense because last year I forgot how the speculation came about. Maybe I was listening to a podcast and it was just talking hypothetically about the Spurs, but I think that's the perfect fit for him.
It is.
Veteran. He's already a coach and a general on the floor. And and he's already played well with people who are lobbers, someone who you can throw a lob to, as far as a center wise. Young talent in Victor Wembanyama. They got some young pieces on there.
They got
so
some nice pieces.
And then you got Popovich, so you got two coaches literally on the team. I think that is a good fit for him, especially if he's gonna get towards the end of his career. That's a good a professional franchise to go out, and I think that would be comparable for him and his style.
He must be resigned to the fact that he's not going to win an NBA title.
Yeah,
you don't go to San Antonio to win a title. Not at this.
I think he's
of your career.
made peace with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm
tough.
good. I've had a great career. I'd like to just do some things in terms of, like you said,
let me still
being
impact.
a coach on the floor.
Yep.
Impact and mentor this young phenom that's and Wembanyama is going to be a phenom. No doubt about that.
He will be. If he's a teenager, wait till he's 25, 26 and starts getting a grown man mentality.
And get some more muscle, some bulk on his body.
Get some muscle a little bit closer.
Because he can shoot from all over the floor. He can shoot threes from anywhere. He can.
And he knows how to play
low.
basketball. Like
he's got a good basketball mind. I don't know what they're teaching over there in France.
I don't know, man.
We need
Tony
to find
Parker
out.
and them.
TP. And then Buddy Hield. This was a shock to me, to the
I
Warriors
saw that too.
from Philly. I think that's a good
that
move. I like it.
Buddy Hield's a nice little score, like almost kind of how maybe
like how
PG
Clay
would have
used
been.
to be, though.
Oh yeah, how Clay used to be.
Because he's a good two-way player. He plays good defense. Good on the offensive end. Excuse me. I don't think teams have just given him enough time to develop. Remember, he went from Sacramento to Indy. Indiana trade deadline.
But they said Buddy Hield related to Mr. Ed because they got the same team.
I am Mr. Ed. He does have like a horsey face. He said they got the same team.
Hey, all day.
Man. Jenkins don't like that.
Jenkins
says too close to the family tree.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, D, just in terms of free agent signings, even though he wasn't a free agent, he opted back in LeBron James.
Man.
But he inked a 2-year deal
That's
as
what,
well as
2
his
years.
son Bronny signed his deal, and they will be on the
family
NBA
signed a
roster
deal.
together. It is official. Only thing, what if all this hype and one of them gets hurt in the preseason? I was thinking about that the other day,
man.
like the history that was supposed
Nah,
to be
man.
made.
I ain't gonna think that way, man. I'm trying to see this because I'm here for it.
I want to
It's
see
kind
it.
of dope.
I did read yesterday that Adrian Wojnarowski,
Wojnarowski.
reported that after the first few games of the season, that he would go to the G League to get some seasoning,
Yeah, so he
develop
can
his
get some
game.
playing time.
But remember, though, they were telling teams don't draft him because he's not going to be a two-way player. He's not going to be going to the G League. But
Well, I think they
now
wanted
that
to
he's
get
got
him.
his guaranteed deal,
Yeah,
he don't mind going to the G League.
right.
And I think that's a good move.
Developing within that organization too.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, son. Moving on to the WNBA. I don't know if you saw this, but the All-Star team was selected, and they'll be playing against the women's team USA. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Leading vote getter, no shock, was Miss Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
The Indiana Fever. She has more than 700,000 votes. Next closest was her teammate, Aaliyah Boston, with 618,000. Aja Wilson for the
Asia
Aces
Wilson
was that she had more than 600,000 votes. And then Brianna Stewart and Miss Angel Reese got a starting nod.
Oh, nice.
381,000. Both
that's
rookies,
a nice.
Caitlin and Angel Reese, will both be on
Man, they're
All-Star
ballers.
team. They're
If they're not showing you anything, they're rookies and they're balling.
They're balling. They're doing a great
and
job.
They're doing a fantastic job.
Yes, they
especially
are.
because a couple months ago they was playing in the NCAA tournament. You know what I'm saying? Now
we were talking about that, how quickly this season came up on them.
And all the hype, they feel like we're constantly, and they're in the social media so prevalently. Every time you just look up, somebody's talking about them, or there's a story about them, or something that happens. Yeah. Something happens, and that's crazy. But man, shout out to them. Yeah, they do big things. To your point,
comparatively speaking, the men get drafted in June and they don't play their first game till late October.
Right. They got
November. You get about 3 or 4 months.
We ain't seen Bronny James play liquor basketball since the training, the draft, the pre-draft, the combine. He had a real good combine though.
He's supposed to be playing in quite a few summer league games, which of course we'll be able to watch that. That's up, but yeah, congratulations to those WNBA All-Star team selections. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Angel Reese rounding out the top 5. They will play against Team USA. So that should be interesting. You're going up against some fellow pros, but girls or young ladies that your contemporaries. That's what I'm trying to say. D, I don't know if you noticed this, and I was shocked, didn't expect it. Didn't see anything leading up to this, but as usual, the NFL comes back right ready to steal the spotlight with NFL Hard Knocks off-season with the New York Giants. Did you see that release?
Yeah, I already saw the episode.
Sunday night, July the 2nd. I was blown away because I didn't expect to see it. I just happened to catch it, I want to say Monday night, the next night. But what I like is the focus was on their upcoming free agency, and episode 1 dealt with Saquon Barkley, the running back, whether they were going to franchise tag him, and they decided they weren't. They were going to go ahead and let him test the free agent market, and then he ended up going to rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles. The owner, John Mara, was involved in that, basically saying, do whatever we need to do to keep him, which they weren't able to do.
Right.
Some of the focus is Daniel Jones, their quarterback of
long
the future.
term.
And then, of course, they drafted him a weapon, Malik Neighbors at number 6.
Neighbor.
It was just interesting to see how they evaluated the talent, the running backs. Go ahead, behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes, the stuff that you really don't
see. And
the real crucial moments, damn near almost more cutthroat in that office than on the field. They really be like, is this player worth 12 million? They look at the track record. They look at the surgeries, the injuries, the efficiency, all that buys into your value as a player. We bring this guy in, is he going to be, and then also how they draft. We're going to go after just a pass rusher, a game changer, a speed guy. So like different things, how to. It was very interesting. It could be taken off as just maybe a little boring because it's not a lot of the action, but I thought it was real interesting just to see in that office side of it, and those just real crucial because you got to make a decisions, and then ultimately those decisions win and lose you championships. That's why people don't realize you can have the talent on the field, but if your organization is not, if the organization itself is not in, not
Sync.
one, yeah, in sync. There you go, in sync. It's gonna be tough to win at any type of, no matter what you got. So it has to be, you got to be pretty sharp from top to bottom.
I thought it was very interesting, especially when you know the thought process that led up to
Yeah.
why they made the decisions that they made.
Because I was so like, man, y'all got rid of Saquon. Y'all gave him to the Eagles. I'm like, because I was like, man, he gonna run all over y'all. Y'all just gave this man away to y'all rival.
And the thing about it is, when you go back and listen to their evaluation, he was the best running back of that group.
Of that time,
and so it makes you wonder, like, okay, I understand you didn't want to franchise tag him again.
I was like, y'all goofy, man.
But damn, if you know he was the best running back, why would you let your NFC East rivals have him?
So, because they was talking about it, and they were like, okay, if we don't sign Saquon, he
Like,
goes
what's
off.
our
He's
backup plan? Yeah.
Where's our offense gonna be?
They said it. Yeah.
They said it, and that's when he was like, "Oh, strengthen the line, strengthen the offensive line, and see if Daniel Jones is gonna be our quarterback." I'm like, you guys are in y'all in trouble.
You're in trouble.
If you seriously gonna rely your offense on Daniel Jones, you guys are in trouble. Because I can tell you right now, he's not. He's a quarterback, but you talking about Mahomes or Lamar or a quarterback who can make something out of nothing.
He didn't even look that confident in his rehab.
He was mid-grade in the rehab process.
His rehab wasn't impressing me. I was sitting there looking at him. I'm like, dude, okay, if you are ready when the season starts, you don't look like you're gonna be all that effective.
He didn't look any bit of fiery.
I was not
passionate
impressed whatsoever.
Usually be like, okay, yeah, he's been really locked in. He's been. You see the motivation to get back on the field. He just kind of
so hum-ho about it because he's got his $40 million. He don't care. He got his bag last year this time. So he's like, I'm good whether I come back or not. They are in trouble. They'll be last in the division. They'll be last in the division.
You're in trouble. You got rid of your bread and butter. And then gave it to the Eagles, who already had a good offensive line.
You just let him walk for nothing.
And now you give him one of the best running backs right now?
Who's in his prime. He's in his prime right now.
He's still in his prime because he's had those injuries.
The ball out of the backfield. Obviously can run for big yards. Yeah, I didn't understand it. It helped me understand it, but it also helped me see. Well, we got 4 more episodes, so there's going to be a total of 5 episodes leading into, I guess, the regular Hard Knocks in August. But I'm not convinced that they're going to be a team that's really going to do a whole lot. I'm interested to see these next 4 episodes. But the main thing for me, D, is the NFL. You had NBA free agency about to start the next day. MLB is really the only thing that's the main deal right now. And the NFL snuck in there and stole the limelight away. And now that they got us watching, they're going to keep us watching for these next few weeks.
Because now you're getting ready for the season because you're like, oh, and there's no sports going on. Oh, let me see what the Hard Knocks is about.
Let's see what the Hard Knocks is about.
Because I just want to watch some football.
So, NFL, you did your job once again.
They're smart.
Speaking of MLB, I guess I looked down at my notes. Aaron Judge for the New York Yankees is trying his best to win a triple crown. As of today, he's 4th in batting average at .314, but he leads the American League with 32 home runs and 83 runs batted in. And those are the 3 main categories: your average, home runs, RBI. He may do it, D. When I first put this note together earlier in the week, he was leading the league in all three categories. He's since slipped a few points in his average, but he can easily get on a hot streak, get that back. He'd be the last American League player to win it since Miguel Cabrera in
Miguel
2012
Cabrera.
for the Detroit Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, Carl Yastrzemski of the Red Sox in 1967.
Wow.
And no National League player has pulled off a triple crown since the Cardinals' Ducky Joe Medwick in 1937. So it's not a feat that's easily accomplished. So keep an eye on that. Aaron Judge looking out for that triple crown.
The triple crown.
Yes, sir. Moving right along. Who could you have a drink with, D? Let me get my cubes out. See if I got something there. It'll sound better, I'm sure. Because that's just like a cube wasn't even frozen. Who could you have a drink with tonight?
Who could you have a drink with?
In this segment, we normally focus on someone who is with us and someone who has passed away. It could be sports related, entertainment, music. It's whoever we would have a drink with this week. Who could you have a drink with, son?
Who could you have a drink with? So I'm going to go with...
Speaking of which, I'll toast that up.
Right. Toast to that. Living. I'm going to go... So this is a running back. And this is probably one of the best college running backs that I've seen in my era. He didn't really do too much in the NFL to do the injuries, but he did get a Super Bowl. But just the overall running back standout from USC, Reggie Bush. Dang. I'm going to have a drink with Reggie Bush.
Okay.
Because Reggie Bush, man, I used to watch his highlights, his high school highlights, and then his college highlights, man. He was so electrifying. The athleticism just transcended well as far as the college. Now,
he
some
looked
success.
Like he'd be a shoe-in.
A shoe-in. Man, Marshall Faulk, almost like a LaDainian Tomlinson, but like more athletic.
All-purpose back.
But it just didn't transcend. He had a lot of injuries, a couple injuries that just...
That Kardashian curse. He did win the Super Bowl.
He did win the Super Bowl, and he actually had some decent seasons. He's just an all-around player. But yeah, like I think maybe he relied too much on his athleticism to kind of get.
Remember when he got hurt when he played the Rams? Yep. Ran out of bounds and slipped on that concrete.
I'm telling you, those injuries took some of that different direction, that speed, the
agility
had. Yeah. But I would have a drink with him, talking about what was like. They stripped you of your Heisman, and then you got it back. What was the moment like when you just got your Heisman back? What do you think of the NIL now? Because you back then, he would have been racked up as far as
he racked up.
He racked up.
It wasn't legal yet.
It just wasn't illegal. So what would it be like now? Would you love to play now, or what? He definitely. It could have changed a lot of stuff in his career.
With a little homie in a regal.
In a regal. But living, I'll have a drink with Reggie Bush, and then deceased, I will go
do it all legal.
Oh, I will go. This would be a real good one. I will go Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther.
Oh man, that's a good one. So you went actor this time.
I went actor this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna do because I love that Black Panther movie. I think that was, as far as just a movie overall, that had an all black cast, just a powerful movie. Seeing a superhero with those type of powers. And it was just real inspiring. He played that role very well, but he was also Jackie Robinson. He also was James Brown too. He played all like the black impactful. And give it to Chadwick Boseman. So I think I correlate him with all the successful black people because he was playing all of them. But no, Chadwick Boseman.
He was Lamont on the remake of Sanford and Son.
Give it to Chadwick Boseman.
The Chadwick. Wait. That dude was playing everybody, but he was Thurgood Marshall too.
Right. Need somebody to be Obama. Give it to Chadwick Boseman. Like
Michelle
get
Obama.
The right complexion.
Give it to Chadwick.
Give it to Chadwick Boseman. We need someone to play Chadwick Boseman. Give it to Samuel L. Jackson. Right. Give it to Idris Elba.
Wesley Snipes.
Right. But no, but gone
No,
before
that's
his
a
time.
good one.
Gone before his time. Died from cancer at from
Man.
42. I think it was colon cancer or
And
that
nobody
we
really
passed away
knew he
from.
had
And
it.
he
They
didn't.
say
He
he was
didn't.
just going to the set every
And you
day.
could tell because he got real scared because he saw him at the dunk competition
I
and he's
just
a
for
little
a role
a
though,
roll. He just looked
upcoming role.
skinnier. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just real sad. And then next thing you know that he died. And I'm like, man, rest in peace to the Black Panther. And it was the second movie. It wasn't as good as the first movie because he wasn't in there. But it was real sad.
It had that same impact
It
either as the
didn't.
first one. Yeah.
Because you needed Chadwick Boseman. You needed the Black Panther.
You needed the real Chadwick.
You need the real Chadwick Boseman. But yeah, but I would definitely have a drink with him just because all the roles that he's plays as the actor, and man, just the impact he left in such a short time really just shows the type of person he was. And you didn't hear nothing about it, and he just went out, handled his business, and went off in silence.
With
but
grace,
went out with a lot of grace. So I would I would do Reggie Bush, and then deceased, I would do Chadwick Boseman.
Okay, 2 good ones, D. Mine, coincidentally, that you chose an actor. Both of mine are actors. So living, I did old Denzel Washington.
Man, that's a real good one.
Known from Malcolm X, Training Day, Glory, the Equalizer franchise. And I'd just like to ask him, one, how does it feel to become an acting icon? Not just for African Americans, but
just
I mean, everybody knows Denzel. All you got to do is just say Denzel. And you don't have to say Denzel Washington. Just say Denzel. And I'd like to know what your connection with Spike Lee, because some of his best roles were with
Spike Lee joints.
Spike Lee joints. And then his son, David, is an actor.
David Washington?
David Washington. He's a well-known actor now in his own.
Son.
Yeah, that's his son.
I ain't seen him.
I'd like to know if they got any projects coming up because you haven't seen the two
Pops
of them together.
And son.
Pops and son. That's the other thing that made me think about it.
Give it to the Johnsons.
But won an Academy Award for Training Day, but he really should have won it for Malcolm X.
Oh,
he played that role to the hilt. They gave
that
it to him
Malcolm.
He was Malcolm. They gave it to him for Training Day just to make up for, we messed up and didn't give it to you. And then my second one, D, also an actor, rest in peace, Sidney Poitier.
Oh, that's
2022.
Two great ones.
Two good actors. He was the first Bahamian African American to win an Academy Award for Best Actor. His famous movies, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? The spinoff from that was with Bernie Mac. He did the remake, Guess Who, with Ashton Kutcher, where they switched the roles around. You brought a white person to the black, family, versus when Sidney did it. You got The Heat of the Night, where the TV series came from, To Serve with Love. And then he went on to become a highly touted director. Him and Bill Cosby made several movies together where they both acted in them and directed them. But just two great actors in their own right. One living, Denzel, and Sidney Poitier would be my two people that I'd love to just, hey, let's go to the bar, let's have a drink, and let's just talk about life. Let's talk about acting, and then all the other things that we mentioned. So those are my two, son.
We need to do another segment. Who wouldn't you have a drink with? That'd be Bill Cosby.
Because he might put something in the drink.
Who wouldn't you want to drink with? He and Bill Cosby.
Those are two good ones.
Those are two. For sure.
I think you might have to change it. Who won't you?
You never have a drink with.
Brother, I don't even want no water.
That's
a good one.
Who you hate to have a drink with?
Who would you? I'll leave it at that. All right, son. I got a little sound for. You said what?
You said what?
Man, I hope you didn't say that.
Man, I know you didn't say that.
You shouldn't have said that. This one is very complimentary. It's kind of a surprise when it came out. Let's get that sound queued up for you. You said what?
pressure, a lot of things thrown at her, and she keeps showing up and keeps getting better every single game. Her future is super bright, and being a veteran and being in this league for a long time, it's pretty cool to see that, and going into the future. You've been through half a season. What do you think Caitlin has done for the league? Oh, I think more importantly, I think she's done a lot for the Indiana Fever. That's a team that, for the last couple years is trying to get back to their glory days of Tamika Catchings and putting up banners. So obviously what she's done, I think nationally for the game has been pretty incredible. And whenever you have that momentum coming out of college and the eyes on you for 4 years straight. So I think what she's doing for that team right now is pretty impressive. And that's when I think of her, I think of what she does for her team.
All right, son. So that was none other than
that's a different tone.
Different tone.
That's a way different tone.
Diana Taurasi, all-time WNBA great, who was speaking
the
of
GOAT.
Yeah, she's the GOAT. Indeed, real quick, when you see their logo, that's her. I don't know if you've ever noticed that or not.
Oh, that is her. I forgot that is her.
But that's they her. Actually said that's her. I say it's her because the little bun and the little hairdo. If you look at it close
I think it's
enough,
her too. Or is it?
I don't think it's ever been acknowledged that it's her, but I'm pretty sure that's Diana Taurasi.
I'm trying to think. I was thinking maybe I'm tripping. Oh yeah, Diana Taurasi, not Sue Bird, right? No,
it's Diana Taurasi. But anyway, I got that was her after their game against the Indiana Fever that was played on July the 2nd, and the Fever came back and won that game, close battle.
Oh yeah, and because of Caitlin.
Because of Caitlin, her last few minutes heroics, but coming into the league, Diana had some stern words for Caitlin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Basically was saying, you don't know what you're about to get yourself into. And I was happy to hear her, though, say that you have respect for Caitlin, respect for her game.
Right.
Because, again, she was telling all the rookies, Caitlin, Angel Reese, all of them, Cardoza, who's really struggled. We haven't really talked about that. We may go back and look
we
at
have
that.
To analyze.
Her game hasn't really translated to
I don't think she got fundamentals like that. I think she's just big.
I think so too. But going back to my original, I thought it was really nice to hear Diana's tone change. And maybe too, because eventually they're going to be Olympic teammates, or they'll be together quite a bit, especially with this all-star team playing against the Olympic team USA, should I say. But the tone has changed for sure. And I think it's a positive because I think all the negative that they were spewing at the young rookies coming into the league, it seemed like it was more hate and jealousy versus you're going to help us make more money. Come on, you're going to help me make even more money after
you're gonna help me,
I've been in the league for 20 years.
Give me
She's a 20-year veteran.
Right, to help me get some flights with some comparable seats and
some charter flights.
Some charter flights and stuff like that. You're going to bring some more exposure to the WNBA. It should be no hate. I get it as far as like the veteran rookie thing. You got to earn your stripes. I'm all for that. The team initiation, like you got to earn your stripes. Fraternity. Yeah, sorority, fraternity. You got to
no
pay
hazing
your dues.
Now.
Right, no hazing.
Let's say that.
No Shrek claps, Gatorade shakes. But you got to just earn your stripes. But after that, they came back and won, and she saw the game, and she saw the level where she's at. She's okay. Yes, it was almost like I could see the hype. Who is a point of being just blasphemous. You can give her a hard time all you want to, but you gotta game gonna recognize game. Caitlin Clark, that's one thing she does have, and we all can see she has game. She's only gonna develop and get better and mature. Once she's mature, her along with Angel Reese and all the fantastic rookies like Cameron Brink, even Aaliyah Boston, who's just in the second year, we're gonna see those ladies develop. But that's gonna be the future. These are the future, and then they're already starting off real great, especially as rookies.
Agreed. All right, son. We'll move on to a little something on the side.
A little something on the side.
Something to complement your podcast meal. I don't know if you saw this story, and they can't get enough money or have enough side interest. This goes to Miss Ayesha Curry, Stephen Curry's wife.
Okay.
And the company that she's in line with is called Waymo One. It just recently came to San Francisco.
Waymo One.
It started off as Google self-driving car. And so it's a driverless car. that you can catch anywhere in San Francisco now, and it's going to take you from, like Uber, but there's no driver. So she's a part of that. She's a spokesperson for Waymo. Currently, it's in Phoenix, Arizona. It's soon coming to LA and Austin, Texas, which I thought was a weird one. But so it's going to be in Phoenix, San Francisco, LA, and Austin. Guess what?
It's like an Uber.
But it's driverless.
It's driverless.
Yeah, Google developed it or started it, and then
Wow.
they sold it to Waymo. But guess how much the valuation of the company is?
The value, how much?
$30 billion.
Damn, it's got to be expensive, because if I get in a wreck, I'm gonna need way more money.
They say it's safer though, D.
It's crazy.
It's safer than having a driver. They've had very few incidents. Actually,
Is it a bus service, or is it like on a?
No, it's like Uber. It's a car. It's a car.
So it's
and
not like on a track. I'm gonna say it's
day
gonna
or
be like.
night.
Is it like a
No.
train on a track?
No, they
'Cause I
got
can see
all
that.
these devices on top that guide you around the city. You got to Google it. You literally got to Google it. But
Wow,
one
that's some
guy,
futuristic type of
one
stuff
guy
right there.
paid for an 11-minute ride. It was less than $7. You don't have to tip anybody. You just pay for the service itself to get you from point A to point B.
Damn.
And it's going to be in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Where do
you ain't
they
gotta worry about-
live? In the Bay. So
They
if
finna
I ever
wrap
see
up.
if I see Steph in a car or see Aisha in a car and the kids in it, I'm blasting her, because what about Waymo?
Dude, that's
her.
crazy.
She's a spokesperson.
I can
Everything
get a
they touch,
Waymo.
D, it's turning to gold.
Yeah,
$30 billion is the
They
valuation of that company.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. But it's gonna
And it's
blow
not
up
something.
though.
It's not something. That's what I was about to say. It's not
But
something that's going to trend and go away. It's
No,
under
everybody-
further development.
It's
that-
a
It'll be in
transportation.
St. Louis in I'd say 10
Yeah,
years.
transportation
we're
is something people are always going to have to get around and get around efficiently. And then the more you can even cut out somebody, because
On the
your
road.
driver talk too much, they stink, or
the
they
car
just
stinks,
annoying. Then you
cars
feel
raggedy,
obligated to tip.
the
You take all
music's
that.
horrible.
Yeah, you take
I
all
bet
that
you can
out
pick
of
your
there.
own music. I bet you can customize it any way you want, and the ride is costing people less than $8 for
And
the
it's
few,
cheaper.
the few that I looked at. Yeah, it's cheaper than Uber.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Shout out to her, man.
Shout out
They-
to Aisha and
They
Steph.
get
'cause
into
I'm
that
sure he
bag.
probably
They get into that
helped her.
bag.
Man, they're getting to it in other aspects.
Generational wealth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
They can be aight.
congratulations to them. Shout out. They just had another baby.
Another one. So they just out here.
another one. That's the
Another
fourth
one.
one.
The
The name is C. I can't think of the.
'Cause what's the-
Cannon was the little boy.
because Riley, she grown.
She's in college now.
Yeah,
I'm just-
no, for real. But for real though,
but
she's
she'll-
like
she's
15,
probably she's
15,
junior high.
16. Yeah,
She grew up with us. We grew
right.
up with
When she was
Riley
at the microphone
at the
and
podium. Yeah,
she's grown now. You should look like, oh man, this just shows you how much this time just flies.
man,
Big
time.
man.
Alex Pereira
Pereira.
wins UFC 303, and we talked about him a little bit last week.
He's a warrior.
The dude loves to fight. There's no other way about it.
He's kicking ass. He's whooping. He's knocking dudes.
Literally.
Every fight he's damn near been in, it's been a knockout.
Other than my boy, Adesanya.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because he got him first. But that
Mhm.
wasn't a knockout, but he TKO'd him.
Right.
And then he got knocked out, but that everything since, and he went up a class. That division, man, he's a cold light heavyweight. He found a great division for him. Man, and he puts on it, and he's getting to where you
Starting to
get people out.
entertain.
Yeah, you starting to. Oh, Pieta's fighting. I gotta watch it because he gonna
Right.
knock somebody out. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He's at that level now to where, because I was excited to watch this last fight, and I knew, and I was like, man, when he knocked that old boy out with the head kick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, but dude's scary, bro. Like, he's a for real warrior. Like, he loves to fight. Like,
He loves to fight.
he's a warrior.
He's in the first. He's in the best literally arena for him talent wise.
Absolutely. Oh my
He
gosh.
picked the right sport, the right vehicle to showcase his talents. Dude is good. He's outstanding.
He is. And he stays in shape. He stays
Stays in
constant
shape. He's ready
professional.
to fight. I bet
And
you
he's
he's going to be on that John Jones card at the end of the year. This is just July. He'll be ready.
he'll be ready. Now they did say it on that head care. I think he might have fractured his toe.
He'll be
But he ain't gonna care though. He'll use his other
tape
foot.
it to rub some dirt on it.
I have other foot.
I use elbow this time.
I chopped my toe off. Like he's
Something.
that hardcore. Like
Right. And he would do it. Chop
he
his whole
would.
foot
No,
off
he's
just to fight.
just to fight. Oh, it was no pain, no problem.
Dude is awesome.
It was a good card though. I enjoyed that card.
Even though of all the many cancellations that we talked about,
It's UFC,
McGregor
man.
wasn't on it, but it's UFC.
People
Must
fight,
watch
man.
TV.
Yep.
This last little tidbit D is a little bit off the beaten path, but I saw that the country of Greece has instituted, listen to this, a 48-hour mandatory work week. So they're working 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. You got Sundays off. That's throughout
Damn, what
the
they trying to
country.
get? They trying to catch up on the rent money? What they trying to do?
They're trying to stimulate the economy, and you just really push, as they say, the country ahead. But damn, people need rest.
Nah, yeah, you lost me.
I'm not effing with that one.
Especially in that, yeah. Nah, I ain't effing with it at all.
I'm
Especially
trying to get, truthfully, America to a 4-day work week.
Yeah,
40 hours.
40 hours. You just
4 10-hour days. You're already
that's
there.
it.
What's 2 more hours
exactly each day,
each day?
and then you could be up and then have that Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
So by the time Monday comes around, it's not that bad.
And I think you'd be more productive as a country.
Would you rather have that Friday or that Monday off? Tuesday through Friday or
I'll
Monday
take that
through
Friday.
Thursday? Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Travel
do that
late
Monday
Thursday
through
night if you want to go somewhere,
Ooh.
or get up early Friday morning,
Mm-hmm.
and you can come back. Sometimes you can come back the day of to go to work.
Oh yeah, I probably had that. Ooh, that Friday. Yeah, I probably had that because Mondays don't bother me. I used to
Mondays don't
like,
bother me either.
Not no more. Like I started turning them to motivational Mondays. Like we're gonna start this day off, the week off right.
Sometimes at certain times you haven't worked as long as I have, but
I haven't.
when Sunday comes, you dread Monday. I don't even dread Monday. It's just okay. It's just another day in the week.
Right.
Let's get it knocked out and let's move. Yeah, get the week started. Like you said,
Mhm.
use it as motivation. But if I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man, I'd really
Ooh.
be motivated. I'm like, let's go.
The only time it would benefit, I wish I could switch it up so I'll be off. I'll be off Mondays during football season.
Or
So I
if
can
you
stay
get
up.
rotated
Right,
every other.
So I can stay up because football season. If I can stay up on Sundays to watch the night game and I have work on that Monday, I'll be cool.
The only time, I watch the Sunday night game, but by the time you get there,
Right.
I'm just worn out.
And unless
it
it's
don't Don't have no
good
8
game.
o'clock in the morning game.
right.
Woo, I'm worn out by the time you get to your afternoon games. I'm like, man, I'm done. And then
Yeah.
you got a couple hours break, and then you got that Sunday night game.
Man,
Like,
put that put that Yellowstone on. you tired of watching? Put that Power on.
Real Housewives of House of Dragons.
Right? Yeah.
Is
Put that
make
House
up
of
a new
Dragons on.
show. Housewives
That,
of House of Dragons.
that Love Island. Put that Fantasy Island on. Damn, I'm tired of watching. No,
Man,
but
I'm tired of. But
yeah, I know what you feel. Yeah, I feel that. But nah, I ain't
Alright.
effing with that though.
I'm not effing with that either.
I gotta work, so I only get. But that's not even a day off though. That means I just got.
You only got a day off.
A 12-hour stretch to do what I want, but then I gotta wind down because I get it ready for work the next day.
You will be dreading Monday in that scenario.
Oh, absolutely.
'Cause,
You'll
damn,
be
I
drilling
just got off.
Saturdays.
Yeah, I just got off.
Your Saturdays. Oh my! I'm in the
How do
mental
you
now.
get anything done though? Unless they have just like national days off where
Ooh,
everything shuts down, so you go to the doctor's
that's the
office.
big thing. How are you supposed to get? Because I took off today, but I had to get some stuff done. That's to do the stuff I couldn't do during the week, like oil changes and go to the bank during a good
A
time where
regular week,
a
yeah.
regular week, so I can. But it's just when can you get some stuff done? Then the stuff around the house takes a whole day.
You're not even gonna want to
Laundry.
do it
You're
because you
not
only
gonna want
got
to
that
do
one day
nothing.
off. Yeah,
People's
I'm not
mental is
having
gonna
with
be
that at all.
especially mentally health. Now I'm with the mental health.
We got to keep an eye on this and see how it affects the country.
For real. Okay, because the economy can go up, but then the people,
Like you said, the mentals,
the mental, people gonna start dreading
the
just
enthusiasm
working.
towards going to work. Yeah,
it's gonna
That's gonna be
affect them
interesting. Yeah,
outside the work. Yeah, that's
you
not
just
good.
mad all the time.
You just mad.
Damn.
And don't let it be
I'm
at a
not
job
effing
you
with
don't
that one.
like. This be at a job you really don't like. I don't know. Hey,
Just go burn down the place in the middle of the night on
you
Sunday.
can't make nobody
so we
working
don't
no
have to go to
extra
work.
day. Like what? So you go to jail or something? Why you gonna make me work an extra day?
I just was shocked that they said they're instituting it for. I thought they were gonna, when I first read it, I thought it was gonna be less hours, not more hours, not a 48-hour work.
Yeah,
That's
we
crazy.
definitely should go to 4 days a week.
4 days, 40 hours.
Just do 10 hours.
Get your 10 and let the weekend begin.
Man.
All right, son. Who's that juicy news?
Yeah, juicy news. Because if you don't know,
now you know.
Young brother. Young sister. Young player. Dwight Howard. P.
Diddy. Oh, yeah, he's back in there. Jonte Porter. And the rest of the family. Who you got? Who you?
Okay, so this is a story that just emerged. It's still new and fresh, so it's not a lot of detail. Kyle Filipowski, he's a rookie out of Duke. Yeah, he was sent out of Duke. He got invited to the actual the first round room, but got snubbed. He went to you get invited. Usually you're a top 30 pick, top 10 pick when you're invited actually to
had to sit there the whole
event.
Night.
He had to sit there the whole night. He actually didn't get picked until the second.
That was like 60 something.
He went. Utah Jazz used the 32nd overall pick in the second spot in the second round, but he was supposed to be a first round pick. They were saying his outside relationships affected his draft stock. So apparently his girlfriend is what hurt his draft stock. She's 26-year-old.
His
lady.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, his acquaintances. Yeah, pretty much it's speculation that she's been grooming him. She's an 8-year difference. When he was 18, she was 26 at the time, and she attended his prom when he was still a senior in high school. So she was 26 and he was 18. Yeah.
And the parents went for that?
They're not going for it because Kyle hasn't had much communication with the family since the relationship has been going on.
So she's keeping him away from them.
Keeping him away. And now, but there's a little bit more to the story with her. And then just but apparently she has a lot to do with him being snubbed as a draft stock because of the family relationship aspect, the drama that it brings, the distraction that now it's bringing towards to where you're at. A lot of teams just don't want to deal with all that, and they ask you about what's your relationship with your family, what's your relationship, do you have kids? They ask to see what they're bringing on into their franchise,
right? Baggage you're bringing.
But the mom and the brother of Kyle of Filipowski spoke out, revealing that Kyle's girlfriend, they tweeted, Kyle's girlfriend has groomed him into a Mormon culture and cut him off from his family. Apparently she's Mormon.
Okay.
And then
he got drafted by the Jazz.
He got drafted by the Jazz.
That's Mormon country.
That's Mormon country.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Wonder if she's in the Jazz front office.
Right. So there's a lot of weird things, and it's like I said, it's very fresh, and then the full story's not out, but the brothers apparently saying there's things that's been going on a lot of correlations with, and there's a lot of more control and power on the side of the girlfriend that is being revealed. It's just a weird story, but keep watching out for it because I think there's going to be a lot more revealed here shortly about, especially from the family side, the Filipowski side of the family, because
Right.
he hasn't had no communication with them, and they think the big cause of it is the girlfriend.
Right. She's influencing that.
She's influencing it, so look out for that story. But that was that juicy news.
All right. That was juicy news. All right, son. Now it's time for our pops, flops, and props.
Pops, flops, and props.
Oh, those pops, flops, and props.
Pops, flops, and props.
Who you popping?
Pop's gonna go to LeBron James, man. He winning this year. I did a video on it earlier this week, man. He is winning. He got a 2-year deal, $104 million, so he's still getting to the bag. But not only his firstborn son gets signed to his team, Bronny, 4 years, $7.9 million, and he still got NIL money. And it's your son, so that's money coming and staying in the James family. I think this is great for black people. We winning, baby. Come on now. We gotta take notes in this situation. You get your people on, and then you keep it all in the family.
It's not what you know.
It's who you
know.
And if you ball out and do what you're supposed to do and be great at whatever you're supposed to be great at, what God had put you in a position to do, and then you help your kids flourish and get them set up, and then they gonna get their kids flourish and keep it all in the family. That's got to be pops.
There you go. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can't say no more on that. I might have to second that one. My pops is going to go to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese for both making the WNBA All-Star team as rookies. All right. Who you flopping, son? Who you flopping?
I actually gave a flops to Clay. I think he should have stayed with Golden State because I heard it was only 1 more year and $2 more million the Mavs offered him that Golden State offered them. I think Golden State offered him 2 years, $48 million. Mavs offered him 3 years, $50 million, something along those lines. But
some reason he felt disrespected, and
something had to go on. But I think he would have been better fit for the Lakers or just to stay with Golden State. But my flops actually went to Clay because I don't think they're gonna. I think he'll be okay on the Mavs, but I don't think, like you said, the offense is really gonna utilize him way like up his spot up shooting and get him incorporated into the offense like he should.
Mine is on the same lines, but it goes to new GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. I would have traded or released Draymond before Clay.
That's what I thought.
Clay go. I get he's not the same two-way player, but I still think that once he adapted coming off the bench as a 6-man this past season, he played well. And I think you could have utilized his skills. I would much rather see him stay, Draymond gone. So my flop is going to go to GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. All right, son, who you propping? Who you propping tonight?
Props is going to go to, we talked about him last week, Franz Wagner. He signed an extension on his rookie deal, $224 million max contract. Deal extension for Franz Wagner for the Orlando Magic. Props to him. He did have a good season. They made the playoffs and had a nice little run, but they're a young squad. Obviously, they got some talent, but they locked him in. Shout out to Franz.
And a lot of people had Clay going to Orlando. They thought that'd be a good fit for him.
A young, fresh place.
Help that young squad out, but he did not go there. My props is going to go to Simone Biles for making her third Olympics, and to all the other members of the USA team in all sports. Congratulations for the upcoming 2024 Olympics in Paris. All right, son, it's that time of the night. Time for us to tell someone to sit
your
ass
down.
Man,
sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
Please.
And thank you.
And thank you.
Who you telling, son?
So this will be a commemorating sit your ass down. Sit your ass down is going to go to Kemba Walker, man. Kemba Walker was one of my favorite players. The 4-time All-Star, NCAA champion, Kemba Walker from UConn. He could ball, man. For his size, he had a good career and actually had some real good seasons where he was one of the top point guards. But Kemba Walker calls it a quits. and retires this season. He had a real good career, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do outside of the NBA. But sit your ass down is going to go to Kemba Walker.
All right, so mine is going to go to Reverend Run's daughter, Angela Simmons, for taking a purse that was shaped like a gun to the BET Awards. I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah, I saw
as
that.
much as gun violence is prevalent in our communities, why would you think it'd be okay to take anything that looks like a gun
right
to an award ceremony or anything around
like
us?
A public event
That's going to cause some chaos. And what if people would have freaked out and
right
ran out of the place
exactly
and
just started
trampled each
panicking.
other, start panicking? I thought that was just stupid. And the more I keep seeing, I just thought it was a nice accessory to what I had on. Man, sit your ass down. It was just stupid.
That's one of those deals that you ain't really think about the
been
consequences.
The jackass. You know what? I probably could have brought
We
Jenkins out for that.
She could have met Jenkins.
She could have met Jenkins tonight. She still might, even though
she
the show
raps for so long. The fact that you think she had a little common sense, but then all of a sudden you just pop out
with some stupidity.
With some stupidity that's just out of nowhere. Keep sitting your ass down. Sit your ass down.
Who's she supposed to?
Yo Gotti.
Yeah. Sit your ass down. You was looking for some attention. Mm-hmm. That's what that was. Okay.
No, she rolling with Yo Gotti too much. She thought she was a thug.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
Yo Gotti got her hair. She was too much.
Man. All right, sons. That's
another good one, man. That's another one.
Another one. I got some good spots I know that we have to pull out and for folks to view. And we always thank you all for listening to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
No Diddy.
For that ass.
For that ass. D, man, send us home.
Man, but until next time, I'ma holler.
He's gonna holler.
And we'll holler.